Hello everyone. We have our news for the week, so let's go through everything. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance are both the Chronicle battles, so if you haven't done the Wicked Weapon or the Mirror Drake, last chance to farm them and get the items is right before maintenance. Also, the daily Fragment Challenge dungeon is going to go away. So this week, we're getting 2 Neovision base units and 1 NVA. So, haven't seen any shards for the NVA in the news, but we're getting the usual 30 for the Neovision base. And we are getting a extra little login that's going to have some fragment tickets. So we're going to get a total of 5. Now each ticket looks like we can get 10 fragments of a unit. There are some restrictions though. So no premium units that I saw, and it's not up to current. So it's a few weeks back, I believe. Alright, Banner Shop also has a couple of new changes. So, fragments are back for the Neovision base units. But the big thing is Mystery Crystal and Master Crown is listed as being in the shop. So this is new. I'm wondering what they're going to price these at. But the first time that we've seen those in the shop there. And also the NVA, we can get the just 7-star, no fragments from the Banner Shop. Now, along with those fragment tickets, there's going to be a bundle that we can get 5 more tickets from. Also, a bit of lapis. So you get 500 when you buy it. And then another 2,000 plus the tickets and a bunch of other stuff in there. And down here, it shows us what we can trade the tickets for. So everything is listed at 10 fragments. I looked through. There's no premium units listed in this list. And pretty much goes up to Lefty's and Have's week. So none of the really new units are listed. But still, being able to get some fragments, at least 50 for free, is quite nice. Cash summons for the 2 Neovision base units. The NVA is also right up on the banners. And they're doing a special challenge for the second half of World of Visions. So it's just going to consider the next fight, so technically Area 5 fight. Against Genhenna, the Ultimate Star. And it's listed as the level 1, so the easy version it looks like. So as a community, if we kill that at least 70,000 times, everybody will get a Master Crown, 100% Super Trust, Mystery Crystal, 10 110 Neovision tickets for a random Neovision, Transcension Pearl, 1 5-star EX ticket, and 100% regular Trust Moogle. So, worth doing. Should be easy enough to get there, but just need to farm through that level 1 fight. So the 2 new units, they're very similar but different elements essentially. So they both share the same card, maxed out 100%, 100 magic, and then we get killers. So we get 100% demon killer and 100% human killer magic only. So killers are always nice. And then they are doing another limited premium card essentially. So we'll have the step up for the card like we've seen before. So this is 110 Magic and Spirit, 75 Light and Dark Resist, 300 Magic and Spirit. Brave Exvius only units get 200% double hand magic. And chain damage boosted by 200%. So the chain damage is not cap. So this is only affecting the lower end of the chain until they hit the cap. Which for chaining units like Esther and Carton, who do all their damage through a chain move, this actually helps. Esther, I believe, in her kit already has the plus 200, which is the max for the chain start. Carton does not, but it helps them build their damage faster so they do more damage overall. For a finisher type unit, that chain boost right there is completely useless because you're already having them time to land at a maximum chain, so they get no benefit from that. So just make sure that when you're looking at this card, you understand that the chain is for lower end chain until they hit the max. Once you hit the max chain score, that little bonus just is meaningless. But overall, it looks like a decent card. A little sad that it's Brave Extra's only units on the 200% double hand magic. So we get, with the 2 new units, we get Chapter 4 of our little side story. So there's only going to be 1 week for Chapter 5 left after this. And then when we get the final week, we'll be able to get the Vision card here for free as well. So this here just notes that we get areas 5, 6, and 7 unlocked with maintenance. So for this, it's going to take quite a bit more. So I believe Area 5 is just over 20 billion damage cap for anything. And then for the Wicked Weapon, I believe it's magic damage only. And I want to say it's a little over 8 billion. So it's a lesser damage cap, but seeing we have to use magic makes sense. And then for Dark Rain, as far as I understand, there's not going to be any damage cap whatsoever. So he's going to really be the decider on our ranking. So we'll see just how good we can do with these fights. And we're also getting a raid event. So standard raid stuff there. Items. So the staff is pretty decent overall. 120 magic, 150 spirit, 4 LB per turn. The dress, they could have really raised the stats on that. I mean, mana regen is okay. We get that in a lot of other forms though, so 40 magic and spirit with 15 defense is just kind of low. The ring is okay. 10 to stats, and then 25 to everything but light and dark resist. The resist is actually kind of nice. That right there will probably be useful. The killer, for human killer, 50%. At least it's 50 and not less, so that's not bad. And then the other killer is also 50 for demon and also has 30% attack and magic, so that's pretty decent as well. So really it's just the dress that is kind of very underwhelming. And usual bonuses for everything. All the new units and the story related units, we get the 60% bonus, and then it goes down for the other versions. And then there's going to be a special fight where we can get another mystery crystal from. We'll see just how strong this is. We'll have some fun with that. Alright, so the banner itself. So we're getting Nichol and Sakura as our Neovision base units, and Mediena is our NVA. So on the banner, rate up for everything. So we have our standard step up for the special card. 26,000 I think it is. 28,000 it looks like to get the card. Plus you get the 6 tickets, but you'll still have to run through the extra step up 2 times if you want to pity, because you'll need the 10 tickets. So Nichol, magic damage, they're both super limit burst units, so no brave shift on them. So Nichol's super trust is a rod, 220 magic, 2-handed, water element, and it has boost, I believe water magic boost on it, plus 100% limit damage, and 75% demon physical and magic killer. He gets a regular trust, which I believe just boosts water magic spells. And then Sakura, pretty much just the lightning version of him. We'll take a look at what they look like on JP. So she gets a spear, 220 magic, 2-handed lightning element. And then she gets the ability on it that should boost lightning magic, 100% limit damage, and 75% demon killer. And then her materia is a lightning magic boost. And Mediena is getting some global upgrades, so she should be stronger than what we see in the JP side, which is quite nice, but she's also going to be a super limit burst unit. And a couple of things that are getting upgraded, so her super trust is getting upgraded. It's going to be 20 to attack, defense, and spirit, and magic is going to 220, which is actually really nice. And it's also getting 50% limit damage on it, which is extra nice. And then her regular trust is getting updated as well to add 50% dual wield magic while allowing you to dual wield. And unfortunately, there's no numbers to see what the Awaken +2 because JP didn't get this. And a little note that I noticed way down the bottom. So the vision cards for 7-star units, when they first came out, we didn't get the special abilities for 7-star units. We're getting some now. So no matter the cost is getting Unleashed Power. Chores with Grandpa is getting magic magic boost for some abilities. Story of Beginnings is getting an attack boost. As her successor, attack and magic boost and some chain damage. Chain limit damage on that. And Virtual Training gets 2,000 health and 1,000 spirit, which actually is pretty strong for a 7-star, I think. So overall, pretty nice on that. So from here on, we should expect to see maybe some other cards get some special 7-star only abilities. So just keep in mind these extra stuff, it will only work if you equip it to a 7-star unit, which you'll need to use a mystery crystal to unlock the slot for. Alright, so now we can take a look at these units on the JP side. So we can look at Mediena first. Now, they do note global upgrade, so no clue on exactly how she's going to look. But her Neo Vision form, she gets quad cast, a little fill limit, LB damage, and she gets an ice version of Holy, but it seems to only do 50% of mana instead of 100 like Holy. And she gets a store move. So a couple of other things to note is on her 5-star ability, she gets Chain Mod, which isn't limited to dual wield, even though she likes to dual wield. So she can be built double hand and still have the cap mod. So currently our version doesn't have this at all. So she should get that upgrade as well. She also gets 50x modifier to all her magic. Limit excluded, some killers. Overall, not bad, quite nice. And then pretty much most of her magic gets awakenings to be quite strong. And her limit, so the base Neovision version is pretty much the same as the 7-star, but then her super limit, decrease ice 135, 35% ice boost, aquatic and demon killer 100%, and then 125x with ignore 50. So that's going to be a 250x hit and bayonet, so that should train with triple bolting. So our version should be a little bit stronger. We'll have to see just how well we get with the global upgrades. But even the JP version looks like she'll be fun to play with. All right, next up, Sakura. So both triple and quad cast. Bolting move for lightning. Increase modifier for her lightning spell, which is pretty big there. She gets a Magnus to boost lightning. She gets a Magnus to do a lot of damage. 250 self cap on that. And then she gets a little bit of a buff. But mainly focused is her actual magic spells. So she gets the Flood, but she's more concerned with the Lightning, which actually get the Awakening +3. Graviton Canyon, her main move there. And then her Limit Burst is going to boost spell damage even more. So the base one will boost the Graviton Lightning move by 50 for the entire party, plus do 150x damage lightning based and 130 lightning in peril. The super version, you get to pick one ally to get a 450x modifier. So that'll be fun. She also gives herself a 450 modifier before doing damage, and it's a 300x as a super limit burst. 9 hits, so it's not going to really chain with anything. It's listed as a bolting strike, but it's just going to be a single cast. But the 450 modifier and the 50x modifier there should both stack from the limit burst, as well as the cooldown for another 100%, 100x. So she should be able to add 600 to her spell, which should do quite a bit of damage. She also gets 100 to all killers. And then for Nichol, he's pretty much the same, but water-based. So he does get some buffs like his other versions where you break and then buff a stat, ice and water resist, and then he gets his Magnus to boost water. He gets his big hit water Magnus. Same cooldown for 100 modifier to his flood, it should be. Water bolting, quad and triple cast. 100 to all killers. And then his water spells get the +3. And again, his limit burst is pretty much the same except for a water base. So he 50x modifier to the party for flood. And then the super version, he can pick somebody to get 450 and give himself a 450. And also 9 hits, so it's single bolting for chain. So overall, the units aren't all that bad. I mean, they're not something super powered either. As far as myself, I'll be pulling for the card. So I'll go through the step up and get the card, and then we'll just get what we get at that point. So hopefully there's enough steps, there's enough guaranteed Neo Visions. Maybe we'll get lucky and get some nice Neo Visions. But that's all the pulls I really plan on doing for this banner. Anybody that decides to pull, good luck to you. And that's all the news we have, so we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.